Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Kasha, and I'm here with you and for you to pass over informations from your guides, from your soul, your higher self, everything what the universe would like you to know. Word of wisdom, word of guidance, or perhaps confirmation of what is or what energy is with you or around you. I welcome you to my channel. For the next 3 weeks, I'm still going to be meeting up with you 1:15 UK time in the afternoon, and then after we will go back to 9:30, the usual time as previously. I've got for you cards if you are interested, intrigued what the angel cards have for you, or we can do spiritual soul readings, whatever you are open to. So I welcome you, I invite you to it. What is going to be happening this coming Sunday under full moon and lunar eclipse? We are going to gather to connect to our soul, to unite with our soul. Perhaps maybe it is something which you have been looking at, you have been seeking, but you have not found someone who could guide you through that transformative experience. Because there is nothing more beautiful, inspiring, and empowering than connection to your own soul, to your true being, to align with your soul path. So through this powerful and full of love meditation, or I actually call it, hi Trin, how are you? I call it sitting in a power. So we are going to build our own power together with your soul. So we will do sitting in the power, and then I will take you through a journey meeting your guides, your higher self. And as you may know, our guides are here to support us, to inspire us, to pass over some informations. At the beginning of the journey, the connection might not be as strong, but who knows? You might be just wait, or your soul might be just waiting for that. So you may just dive in completely with openness, and you might be receiving informations flowing towards you from your guides, what you need, what you seek, some confirmations. So initially it could be done through or how they communicate. They might give you an object which then you will try to recognize and find explanation to it. Or you may already be feeling that connection, but you may not know how to fully align with them. So then the full conversation might be happening. You may be seeing pictures like in a movie. So they may take you on a journey, and they might be showing you, I don't know what, because every story, every journey is different. I can only say for what I see when I connect with them, and it is a place full of love, unconditional love, a place you don't want to come back from because it is so soothing and beautiful and safe there. So connection with your guides. And then later, I will take you on a journey to meet your past life, to connect with your past life, and your soul knows what you need to know. So your soul is going to bring that life, that past life, which has some valuable lesson, valuable guidance. You might be connecting to gifts from your past life, or maybe perhaps something within that life you have experienced, which potentially you might be experiencing all over again in this one. Or maybe your soul is going to share a wisdom, magnificent wisdom from that other life. So who knows what you might be connecting. And thereafter, after our workshop, I'm going to send you the recordings, so you will have for life sitting in a power guided meditation and how to connect with your guides or loved ones, depending who the guide is. And sometimes you might be experiencing that those guides, for whatever reason, you will know that reason or you will find out that reason. For some time, specific guide might be coming because you need a support from that particular guide. But then later, they might be changing. Someone else might be coming. And that is truly fascinating. So you will receive recording how to connect to your guides, and then recording as well for life, how to connect with your past life. It's a beautiful, inspiring journey. So I hope it is intriguing for you. And I believe within this video description, there is a link how to book that workshop. If not, you can find me through Facebook or through Instagram. All information is on my channel, so I welcome you to that. Let me just read informations, your messages. All right, Trin. Okay. Horrible experience through buying new home. Hi, Catherine. How are you? Grand day to you. All right. Okay, Trin. That's right. So he was trying to force you to sign a really bad contract. Right. So okay. So eventually you bought your new home and you're wiped out. Oh, that is just so not nice experience. Right. But you were standing tall and you were standing quite firm. So that is quite powerful and quite beautiful. You know. Hi, Steve Brothers. How are you? Thank you. I'm all right. I feel like I'm in a matrix. I think I have said that last week as well. I just feel so inspired. I've got so many ideas, which I'm going to be sharing gradually. But yes, you and your partner Trin are standing together very, very strong. So that is beautiful. That's such a negative experience. Didn't put strain between your relationship as well, because sometimes those things happen. I bought a house myself. I know how stressful it was dealing with so many companies, and very, very stressful. It's an experience on its own, which I wouldn't want to experience quite soon anyway. Okay, guys. So what are you looking for? Are you looking for a similar experience as last week? Those of you which has participated, you know what I'm talking about. Last week you have chosen one of 52 cards. So it's entirely up to you. You're choosing it for yourself. And I don't read that message yet. I read that card after the angel cards reading. And I've got 44 cards in the deck of angel cards. And as you know, they speak to me, they communicate with me, so I can give you the guidance through that. And I'm reading message. So your relationship was tested and you handled it so well. That's beautiful. That's inspiring. Really is. So would you like cards or would you like soul spiritual reading? Is up to you. I'm open to your needs. So let me know. Steve Brothers, I don't think I have given you a reading lately. So you can pick and choose if you're still watching whether you would want cards and Trin, your soul would be nourished with soul reading. That's no problem. I shall do that for you as well. And Steve Brothers as well as soul reading. Okie dokie. However, all right, Catherine, and you're asking me to choose for you. That's no problem. I shall do that. However, Steve Brothers, pick one card. I'll do a soul reading for you, but pick one card of 52 from the deck, and at the end of the reading, I shall read that one out for you. Number 3 from the top. I'm understanding. Yes. Okay, so the cards are not needed here. 1, 2, that's card number 3, and I shall read this one out later on. I am so excited. I've got so many news, but I cannot share yet. Oh, waiting with that excitement. Oh, it's just burning. Right, let me as well put the timer on for 5 minutes. Okay, and a sip of water. My excitement is contagious. Yes, let the energy go to use. May it, yeah, I don't mind sharing. There's plenty for me here. Okay, Steve Brothers, let me connect. And take a deep breath through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. And as I'm connecting with you, Steve Brothers, I'm hearing at the moment 2, number 2. There is a need for 2. And it feels like what I'm seeing is like two people sort of being on 2 different paths, coming as one, or joining in onto one path. So I don't know actually whether you are female or male. So whoever you are, because everyone can have so many different nicknames, but I don't need to know this. I'm seeing a female and a male. So if you are in a relationship, maybe perhaps for whatever reason you weren't as close with the other half. And if you are not in a relationship, it feels like something is going to happen. There is a potential there. There is a potential of 2 people uniting, 2 people stepping in onto like the one life path. I feel excitement here. Or as well, are you disconnected with your sibling? If it is a different, let's say, different sex than you, because I'm seeing male and a female over here, so that could be potentially some disconnection from a sibling, and some form of a unity or conversation. So that could be those two things as well, because we're meant to be open to all those possibilities. But I feel it is more love, more internal thing coming on together. So that could potentially happen. And as you may be aware, it is a potential. So I hope you're open to this, because you may not see it yet. You may not fully believe it. You may potentially miss it if you are not ready for that type of a unity. So just be aware of the energies around you, and it feels like universe is creating this possibility. Okay. What I'm seeing as well, what they are showing me is the water. The water is a connection to, I would say, deeper healing, and I would say relationship with the mother. In my own experience, and is that how I'm reading it, is how they usually showing me it. So there could be a disconnection or misunderstandings, or because I'm feeling kind of like quite uncomfortable when I'm mentioning mother, quite uncomfortable internal feeling. You might be in a good relationship. Your mother might be in another world already. I'm not too sure about that, but that is not the point. We can always work with energy. So it feels like there is a need to work to heal certain things from your past coming from your mother. And could be as well, I'm sensing the sibling here, could be that for whatever reason there could have been a disconnection from a sibling. Maybe one stand by the mother, the other one kind of moved away a wee bit to get the sense of clarity, or maybe the energies weren't supportive. So it could be when you work through family constellations, and that is something which I do as well. So if you feel ready for some healing, please reach out. When we heal our wounds, this amazing way how this form of a therapy works, we heal not only present, but also the past and the generations to come. So when you heal yourself, the energy around you is being healed. And potentially, if there is a disconnection with the sibling, that is going to be improving as well. So I would advise to heal what it needs to be healed. Okie dokie. Bear with me. Thank you very much for working with me. All right, so one of your siblings is a sister. Okie doke. So if you feel there was a disconnection, it feels that there is a potential for healing. Either situation is going to appear when this is going to be possible, as of meeting up with your sister and maybe working through things sort of in a physical, in real time, or you can work with the energy of your sister, because maybe you may feel it, that there is a need to do so. And the card I had, well, you have chosen for yourself, is mistakes. And it says, allow me to know it's okay to make mistakes. Let me always take care of the inner child so he or she feels loved no matter what. And that is beautiful confirmation of what I have said. And so it feels like the inner child needs a healing, potentially the mother's wound, whatever happened there, whether it was a rejection or some form of abandonment, not necessarily physical, but emotional, or some form of an injustice wound. You know what has happened, but also mistakes. People do tend to make mistakes. And I would say with your sister, maybe she said something, maybe she has done something which was coming from the wound. Maybe she tried to protect herself in whatever way, which wasn't really working. Maybe she was hurting others, including yourself. So because you are in a different space, in a different mind space, maybe potentially you can find some acceptance to certain situations which have happened. Acceptance or understanding, maybe from a different level, from a different point. It seems like it is time to do so. But you can always work with the energy of whoever, especially with your inner child. When you heal that, you're helping not only yourself but others as well. So thank you very much. Trin, with you. And Trin, pick a card. Pick a card, one of 52. You are very welcome, Steve Brothers. You are very welcome. Hope it made some sense. Come on, Trin. 47. Okay, I'm going to count from the bottom. So there was 52. So that's 52. Oh, hi, Sanja. It is lovely to see you again. Thank you for being here. So that was 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47. I've got here and I'm not looking at it. So I am working just now with Trin and then with Catherine. And just a timer on. Okay. Trin. Take a deep breath, Trin, through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And as I'm connecting with you, Trin, I don't know whether I've got a feeling I have said something previously about this. Maybe not. Maybe I said it to someone else. I don't know. But what I'm seeing is a hammock. You are on a hammock. It's like time for a rest, time to gather all those energies which have spread it all over the place. Invitation to stop, to just to bring all those energies which were scattered everywhere to one, to wholeness. But there is a sense of peacefulness in that picture, what I'm seeing. Bare feet, warm weather, just hearing the wind, hearing the birds, hearing the bees buzzing is a blissful time, but full of like security. But it's the wholeness is the most important. It's like I know where I'm belonging. And it's also a confirmation that I am whole. Even though, you were mentioning earlier about difficult situations or stressful situation, you as a person, you are whole. You're becoming whole. You are in a completely different space where you were even a month ago. And that is strong. I know who I am. I am not coming out from, when you start your day, you're not starting your day with I don't have, or I'm missing something. It's you start your day with the gratitude, and that is inspiring. And that is a wholeness. You are so close. So rest reassured. You can now sit on your hammock and just swing and let this energy soothe you and give more to you. And I'm seeing so many beautiful colors around you. It's like a healing moment. If there are any other doubts, or if you're hearing your mind or your ego says, I don't have enough, or I'm looking for more, still take a pause and just enjoy what you have achieved so far. Because maybe your mind is stepping, wanting more, needing more. Important is here and now. What else? It's showing me like hen's eggs. I don't know whether in the place which you have bought, you're planning to have chickens and your own eggs, but also it is like a new beginning. Not just for your life living in this, new home and new house, but it is your own new beginning in strength, in just, embracing what you have learned so far. And also, from that egg, you can use it in so many ways. You can eat that egg if you wish so, but you can grow a beautiful being, an animal which is going to lay even more eggs and even more eggs. So it's like with life, with that little seed, you might be like, let's say when you have an apple, you can eat it and you can eat, but you can keep the seeds and you can put them in the ground. So, within the time, this, beautiful apple tree may grow from it. So, and then you've got more apples and you can share in the same way or similar ways, showing me the eggs. You can grow, you can, but I'm also seeing like so many people coming into your home, into the house. So it feels like more like a gathering type of a thing. So maybe in the future, that doesn't feel is going to happen now, but there is a potential, depending obviously what decision you're going to make, but there is a potential for maybe building something, a room, where you are going to be gathering and inspiring or healing others in their own journey, but it feels you're going to use, or you may use, your house or the area garden for that type of inspiring or inspiration for others. it's like a healing center type of a thing. Is that what I have seen? I don't know whether that was it is in your mind to create something like this, but it felt quite real. Thank you. And the card I've got for, well, you have chosen for yourself is independence. The more you learn to feed yourself on the inside and care for inner child, the more freestanding you become. Help me feed and love this inner child, dear Lord. And then there was this egg, wasn't it, with the feeding? So maybe you need some more protein. I don't know whether you can eat eggs, but as well, from one egg you can grow a hen, or you can grow. You know what I mean? There is more, and you can expand and progress. Thank you very much. So you got connected to your strength, even though through quite a stressful experience, but you come out quite quickly, you know, with that inner power that you have done it. So you are becoming more whole. Independence. And yeah, through your illness and weakness, you have been depending on others. So it's time for independence. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, you know, your home sense of just different energy, like new beginning. It's so beautiful. Thank you very much, Catherine. Hi, Heather. Grand Rising from California. Beautiful. I'm here in Scotland, north of Scotland, and you're a first time here. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. On the 7th of September, 3 o'clock p.m. UK time, we are going to gather for awakening. Awakening and aligning with our soul through guided sitting in a power, so stepping in, building in your own power connection to the universe, to the source, to your own energy, to your own soul, higher self, to your guides. And it's a 3-hour workshop where we are going to build, or you are going to learn how to build your power. And then I will take you on a journey to meet with your guides so you can potentially see them, feel them, and you will receive guidance. You are going to be building or learning how to communicate with them. Initially, could be by certain objects, but also figuring out how to read that communication, because not necessarily will be very strong, although it could be. It could be flowing. But your soul might have been waiting for this. There is no coincidence why you are here. So yeah, you are going to connect to your own guides, potentially see them. They will show you what you need to know, whether it is certain confirmation or guidance. I remember my very first one when it happened to me. It took probably 10-15 minutes, and it was beautiful. I didn't want to come back from there because it was just surrounded by unconditional love and being there, connecting to it, feeling it for the first time. Like, you know, we talk about love, we have some sense of or idea what the love is, how it looks like, how it's meant to be felt. But we actually don't know until we connect with the guide, with our soul, with the source. I have never experienced anything like it. And by that time, I was a mom of 2 children. And, you know, the motherly love is so beautiful and is so strong. But that wasn't even that type of a love. It was different. It was fulfilling. It was whole. It was giving you the sense of wholeness. So beautiful. And then after you meet your guides and the story is going to be unraveling, I will take you on another journey to meet your past life. So you will experience in what century this life was, what you were wearing, what is the message, why this particular life, what was the life. You may feel the feeling of that person. For that time you are becoming that person, and it's beautiful, full of love. There's nothing scary, nothing uncomfortable within the time of a connection. And of course I'm guiding you through it. So we will meet up on Zoom for about 3 hours. You may have some questions, and then within 48 hours, you will receive lifetime recordings for yourself to practice daily, potentially, initially daily. Then later on through time, you don't need to practice as often. But the universe wants you to step on your soul path for this life. And that's what I'm going to share with you is going to help you to do so. It's how I do what I do now, because back in the day, I was a manager in a certain company, completely money orientated, because is that what I grew up with that belief. And now I'm here to heal, to guide, to share my knowledge. I teach. So my life has changed completely. And I wouldn't change that for anything. So I welcome you to 7th of September. This information should be, if I remember correctly, in the video description. If not, I invite you to join me on Facebook, and I've got all informations over there, or on Instagram as well. Oh, your grandson's birthday is on the 7th. Oh, that's lovely. And on the 7th, we've got full moon and lunar eclipse. Magical, powerful. As you may know, lunar eclipse is even double stronger or triple stronger than the full moon. It's time for closure to something within the connection we are going to be having. Within that experience, there is so much healing going to be happening. So you will come out transformed. You will come out changed. And what a beautiful, beautiful, empowering journey it is, or can be for some. For this, you need obviously, openness and allowing yourself to feel through your body, through your heart, because our mind tries to interfere and tries to project different things onto us, because we were sort of set up in a certain way. So have a look, and if that is your calling, if that is sort of speaking to you, then I invite you to meet up on the 7th of September. Catherine, I'm with you. If you're still watching, let me know, and pick one of 52 cards, please. One of 52, and that's going to be your message you have chosen for yourself, or I shall say your soul has chosen for you. I'm talking about. All right. Okay. Sorry. Are you using different? All right. You said you're switching to a different device. Okay. Gasgano. Okay. 11. That's no problem. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I am not looking at it just yet. And then I will do a reading for you. You are on different device. Okay. Something wasn't, just adding up here. And Heather, I will do a reading for you after I'll do for Catherine, and you can pick and choose whether you want cards or whether you want a soul reading or like a spiritual reading. That's no problem, Catherine. So yeah, I can work with you soon as well if you're still watching. So just confirm it. And Catherine. Okay, Catherine, take a deep breath through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And as I'm connecting with you, Catherine, I'm feeling right now, before I actually start talking about what I'm seeing, but what I'm feeling from my own body, my right eye is actually quite painful, especially on over here. But the right eye, as if you don't want to look at something to do with the male energy. So I would say there is some story, something has happened. Potentially, as you know, my readings are quite therapeutic, only to sort of give out the healing, but inspire to do the healing, more healing, so you're more whole. So I would say there is a story, potentially through your ancestors, or belonging to your own father, that somehow, somewhere, some energy is being attached to you. So you might be potentially continuing some story which doesn't belong to you, and there is a need for healing. I'm feeling it is related to a male energy, so your line from your father. It's not showing me what exactly. No, it is showing me something to do with the planes. I remember you mentioned one of your ancestors either was in a World War II, so I'm seeing a plane. So that could be it. But through family constellations, more will be unraveled. So there is a story which I would say either is a secret or needs to be, just needs to be looked at, because if how to say it, if you are not going to heal it, then sort of generations after you may still potentially reliving it. So some closure, a healing needs to happen there. Okay. Okay, but what I was saying earlier on, what I'm seeing is oh, what's the word for it? Dowsing rods, is that what I'm seeing? But it is an old-fashioned one. It's an old-fashioned dowsing rod, where there is this one element sticking out, and you are looking for water, for life, for living. So but I don't, it seems like in this scenario you don't know fully how to use this dowsing rod. You're looking for answers, how to live more fully, more happy. Feels some form of exhaustion. Potentially you are attracting, or some people around you are draining your energy, and you don't know, like one part of you are like, you are quite aware person, So you know how those things works, that energy attracts energy, or similar wounds or similar stories. So it's so you know roughly how it works, but it feels you're not doing enough to actually stop it, because being aware is not the healing, and sometimes healing cannot happen itself, especially when those wounds are in our body, in our memory, in our emotions. So it feels that you're looking for external objects, or external ways to find a solution or find the answers, but actually the answers are within you, as if you're trying to protect yourself from going deep in, and like holding the dowsing rod, and hopefully that dowsing rod is going to show you the answer, but dowsing rod is not for this. The answers are within you. So if you don't know how to, there are ways I can help. But you need to be ready, because it feels like the universe every now and then is throwing certain situations at you, just to show you it's time for healing. It's time for healing. Those people which are, you may call nuisance, they are not there to annoy you. They are there to show you there are still some wounds which needs a healing. So maybe potentially don't take on those people. It's like, okay, I see it. I see it for the 10th time. Maybe potentially it's time now to step away from all those energies, and do inner work. Okay? Because it feels you don't have potentially enough, what's the word for it? Cannot come up with this word. Being foreigner, isn't it? It's not easy. Tools. Yeah, that's the word. It feels you don't have enough tools to help yourself. And just being aware of how the energy works is not the answer. Okay, so stepping away from your comfort zone, I understand why you're trying to protect yourself, but stepping away, being in the four walls and protecting yourself from the external life living, is postponing what it meant to happen, which is the healing. And the card you have chosen for yourself is compassion. As you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born, drawing new people and experiences. Duh. Dear Lord, help me feel ever deepening self acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. How beautiful it is. It is compassion for yourself as well as for others. That, maybe there is still a wee bit of a negativity going towards certain people, which are, by their actions, you may felt betrayed, hurt, or you may felt some sense of injustice, and so on and so forth. They are only mirroring what's within you, certain wounds. And you are such a beautiful, full of love and heart person. So, stepping out from your comfort zone is a way forward. Thank you very much. Right, so your dad's auntie married a German prisoner of war who was shot in the face and taken to America before returning back to Scotland, where he met and married my great aunt. All right, okay. But that person is not really and fully related to you as of is not your ancestor. Okay, but there is more. That may not be just that story. It could be something different. But definitely, the healing coming. The healing is needed towards a male generations within your family. So I'm talking about your father, grandfather, great grandfather, because it feels they are carrying or the same pattern. And if you have a son, he may potentially be carrying similar pattern. And what we want for our children as well is to not to be involved, unknowingly in those patterns, because they are not necessarily nice. So when you heal yourself, you heal generations after you. So why not to? Thank you very much. Soul readings for Heather, absolutely. No props. Heather, let me know. One of 52 cards. Thank you so much, Catherine, for working with me. So Heather, pick one of 52 cards. I invite you for that. 22. Okay. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 20. 1 and 2. I am not looking. And then, okay. That's awesome. Awesome. So, who is coming on to Sunday? Awakening soul and past life experience and guides, connecting to guides. Catherine, dad and granddad. Yeah, but that is happening. Drinking happens because of certain reasons, because of certain wounds. So if you see a pattern there that it happened to your dad and granddad, so the wound of rejection, so they were rejected from their own mothers. Not, none of the mothers does something out of spite. At least I would like to believe so. Because something was missing in her life. She has not received that what she meant to from her own mother, from her own parents in general. That's why she was the way she was, and she made certain decisions the way she made them. And quite often I see when I'm working with my own clients that, abuse of whether it is alcohol, smoking, you can be, for instance, addicted to hill walking, climbing, excessive exercising. That also shows a certain form of rejection. But drinking, I would connect to rejection, or sense of injustice or wound over injustice, or abandonment even, from your own mother. However, smoking or drugs or excessive exercising, as of every day I have to run 10K, or I have to go, I don't know, on a bike every day, so that is quite excessive as well. Or not eating, so you're taking away food from your mouth, literally. So that is because of whatever wounds coming from your father. There is a pattern. There is always a pattern there. Mom was bullied by her siblings growing up. Okay. Granddad couldn't get over his role in the war. Yeah. So potentially this wouldn't have started, has been created because of such a horrific experience as your granddad went through. And then unknowingly, energy travels. And his son, which is your father, sort of took on certain wounds, which weren't his, they were his father's. And then you could take certain wound, and then you potentially passing over to your children. So yeah, it's more complicated sort of story when it comes to certain wounds and life situations. If you are a terrible eater, then I would say, well, when we are removing food away from ourselves, that is coming from our fathers. I had other way around. I was overeater because forever I felt empty. Sense of lack, sense of and not good enough, feeling not good enough. For years, I have been overeating, and that is a wound coming from a mother. So yeah, there is more stories. Anyway, hi Jen. Hi Jen, what's up? What's up? So I'm doing a reading for soul reading or spiritual reading for Heather. Okay, for Heather. So Heather, take a deep breath through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And as I'm connecting with you, Heather, oh, I've got such a beautiful sense of love. But it is coming from a lady. I feel she is just right beside me. Literally, she's touching my hair and she's touching my head. As if through me, she would want to touch you. And it feels grandmotherly. I don't know whether your grandma is living or not. I don't know whether you were close with her or not. But what has happened on earth is different where she is right now. And she brings this beautiful unconditional love. And she says, you are worth loving and you are beautiful. It's a lady which has some quite silvery hair, but it feels she had maybe darker brown or like brown-ish. They weren't black, they weren't blonde, sort of in between, I shall say, maybe through her youth. Sort of middle or up to her neck. Why I'm saying grandmother is just the type of a love she is sharing. So loving. However, it could be potentially your own mother as well. But I would say it's more grandmotherly. So have you been, I don't know, maybe feeling lately kind of doubting your self-worth or your purpose even? She's a female. There is a lot to cuddle to, I shall call it that way. And so she is cuddling you. You are worth everything. You have always been. And there is a wee bit of a, maybe like a little sadness that you went through certain stories which, were upsetting. And it feels like your granny would like to apologize for something, as of like she didn't know how to be a good parent. Maybe she was too rough, or too strict. She didn't know how to show love or express love towards your mum. It feels that way. Um, or she wasn't sharing or showing to everyone else. But that could be, I don't know whether it is your mum, to be honest. Right. She's mentioning her children. So she doesn't mention a daughter in particular or a son in particular. She says the children. So she's showing quite she's showing me a picture from earlier on, where she was when she was younger, and there are I don't know, like just children around the table or children in a kitchen, and she just seems quite frustrated, and they are not doing anything to cause it, really. They are just there, you know. But she had so much love, she just didn't know how to, because of her own life experiences. There was quite a lot of frustration, and it feels frustration coming from, as well, I don't know, her partner or husband, someone who was there who may not potentially was as supportive as should have or would have. And she felt quite a frustration coming from maybe potentially her own father as well. So yeah, there is this apology towards that. And so she brings this love, she brings this energy that she's wanting to push you. Like, you need to step out to feel this again, because it is beautiful. Because maybe you are secluding yourself, isolating yourself. The life is for living, not for existing. So do that. And she's like trying to push you out. Even 15 minutes, half an hour a day, just to go outside. She's showing me her tummy. So I don't know whether it is reflecting on you or whether it is reflecting on her. She's showing me, and I can feel the liver. So, and as I'm speaking, it's kind of like inflamed or growing. So I don't know whether you've got some sensations around your liver, or she has had. But when the liver is involved in someone's life, lots of resentment, lots of unspoken words, lots of like biting tongue, because maybe potentially you weren't able to express your feelings, and someone has expected of you to be seen but not to be heard. And is that what she expected of her own children? But that goes through the generations, how we were brought up. So it feels those wounds kind of got into your liver, and it's a time to heal it, and there are ways to heal it. So with so much love, I send, with so much love coming from that lady, I send healing as well. It's time for a healing. And self-love you have chosen for yourself. Show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. And that's something which I was talking about. Show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. What a beautiful, inspiring message you've got. Maybe potentially you are uh, more in the house within your four walls than going outside or speaking to people or making friends with people. So you need to see how it is within you. However, it's time for a healing as well. All right, so your mother passed on the 50th birthday. Okay. And you were estranged. Okay, okay. She came with such a love. Um, and that's why I kind of related to that love more to the grandparents than own parents, because I have not felt from my own mother such a love. So it is my sort of mistake of sensing what type of a love it was. Uh, she wasn't the nurturing type, and it's what it's been said. She held secrets. Yeah, yeah. And she had stomach issues. Okay, that was relating more to the liver, to be honest. And so you were raised in southern United States. Suppression and oppression was a thing. It's a generational. So yeah, but there are ways to work with it. And as it's been said, it's time for a healing. It's time for new you and stepping out from that comfort zone, which is not about really living, but you can do it. You've got that in you, and you've got the support coming from your mother. So, well, you can always reach out when you feel like it. Okay. Well, but thank you. Oh, sweet Firish, hello, hello. I am so sorry, but I am going to be finishing very soon. We are over an hour. I shall be back next Thursday at 1:15 p.m. UK time. And I invite you, hi Jen, I invite you to Sunday workshop, awakening your soul, speaking, connecting to your guides, and experiencing one of the past lives, because your soul, your higher self knows what you need and is going to provide that what you need, not necessarily what you would want, because our soul has answers to everything. So I invite you to that. And if not, I'll see you next Thursday. You can join me through Facebook or through other social media, where I post potentially a wee bit more informations of courses, gatherings and meetups. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your openness and readiness. Hi, Sandra. Hi. Well, thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Jen. Join me in through Facebook or other social media. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Trin. Thank you, Sweet Firish, for being here. Love and light. And I'll speak to you very, very soon. Take care.